In 2001, James and Susan Nichols moved from the plains of Kansas to Colorado. It was their empty nester's dream. James had a lucrative sales job lined up, but had trouble selling in a struggling economy.
I remember having to sell $5,000 to $10,000 copiers. They were barely able to survive themselves, and I had to sell copiers.
Susan took a job in home health care and sold her art on the side. But their combined income still wasn't enough. The couple started living on credit, and in a few years they accumulated over $20,000 in debt.
Socks only cost $4. I couldn't afford it. I had to put it on a credit card. Humiliating.
It was very discouraging, and you just wonder, how are we going to change this? How are things going to turn around?
Even though times were tough, the Nichols tithed faithfully to their local church. They also started watching the 700 Club, where they learned about the law of reciprocity.
And I also watched all the stories of people who gave, and they were blessed because they did take that step of faith.
Most people pull back when they're in a time of crisis, when they're in a time of need. At that point in time, that's when we started giving the most.
So they became CBN partners. Then in March of 2008, James took a step of faith and started his own business as a telecommunications consultant. Almost immediately, he started making a profit.
I was very fortunate because most people who are in this particular telecommunications business, it takes them about 8 months before they really start to see money coming in. I didn't have to do that because my first month I had income.
Before long, James had close to 100 clients. Today, James makes almost double that of his salary from his sales jobs, and the couple has paid off most of their credit card debt. As their income increases, so does their giving.
The reason why we continue to give more to CBN is because as we give, we get increase.
And I just think it's a miracle, and we like to give, and as we give, we can't outgive God. We just can't outgive Him.